Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are here to draft with you, our community on Draft Lane. That's right. We are now 16 leagues deep, and it's best ball time. It's going to be best ball Wednesday because we're doing best ball draft on Draft Lane. It's a feature we have. A lot of those other platforms don't. It's a best ball. It's not a tournament. It's just a regular old redraft league with best ball scoring. It's got some things that you can't get anywhere else. And that's why we like DraftLane. That's our app.
Yes.
So we're going to show you what it's like. And we got a draft already set here. Unfortunately, it's full, but that means we can get going. So here we go. Let's get into the draft room.
Here we go. Frost is on the clock, the 101. And yes, this is a regular redraft league, PPR, 3 wide receiver. It's just you don't have to set your lineup every week. The computer will do it automatically for you. Not only that, it doesn't just set your lineup like at the end of the week. It literally is setting your lineup as people are scoring. So, like, if you have a wide receiver that has like 6 points and then a wide receiver on your bench has 4, and the wide receiver on your bench scores a touchdown, bam, he's suddenly in your lineup and your points go up. It's really cool. Really awesome.
That's the one thing I'm looking forward to. You know, it's called Draft Lane, and we're all about draft. But I think the best features here is once the season starts, that's when I was like, I want to show it off, right? I want to show you, look, it's updating your scoring. Look at your guy who's got the boost. Oh, look, in the first quarter of the game, you can swap this player. I don't know if we'll be doing that on Sunday because we'll be busy watching the games, but you'll see it, all these features in action when the season actually starts. Very excited. All right, Jefferson Barkley. Yes. Let's go, Jefferson. So yeah, we have all sorts of features that if you haven't tried Draft Lane, you'll find out. I'll tell you real quick about it. We do have best ball scoring, and we do have the boost option, the picks that you can add all sorts of different ways that you can make fantasy more fun. And we tried real hard to take out the things that make it less fun. That's one of the things we really set out to do. So,
and by the way, we do have to get into this because there was some big news today.
There was. That's right. Yes. That's right. Almost forgot. So, Rashi Rice, we knew was getting suspended, but they flipped the script, and you know, I guess everyone put out your favorite conspiracy theory on whether this is good, how it's good for the Chiefs somehow, because it can't just be like normal thing, right?
Right.
So it was going to be a 4-game suspension sometime, and not the beginning of the season. So now it is the beginning of the season, but it's 6 games. And on the one hand, 6 is worse than 4. On the other hand, beginning is better than the end of the season. And that's what we were worried about. So, you know, I don't know if people will be surprised by this, but we actually agreed we're going to bump Rashi Rice up a little bit, not majorly. I mean, he's still missing almost a third of the season, but still.
Right.
We moved him up.
Yeah, this is probably, I mean, I can't say this is best case scenario because best case scenario would have been like no games, but that wasn't going to happen. Yeah. But having the suspension be at the beginning of the season is best case if you've A, drafted Rashi Rice, or B, were thinking of drafting Rashi Rice. Now, I know a lot of people think like, oh, 6 game, like now, like it's funny. I've often said this like about, you know, just life in general here. Oh man, I guess Sun God. Like when the stock market crashes, that's when everybody sells, right? But then like the people who know what they're doing, that's when they buy because they know it's going to go back up. And it's like when people were like, oh, he's going to play the first 4 games, so it's worth drafting him. That was like the mindset. Like he's going to play the first 4 games, so he's a good pick. It's like, but he might not play the last 4 games or more when you need him the most. Like this doesn't make any sense. I guess I'm going Puka here. All right, let's try it. Yeah, so now you're not going to have him the first 6 games, which is a lot of the fantasy season, but then you'll have him when it matters the most. So I think this is probably, I mean, look, he was never going to get 3 games, even 4. I don't think he was even going to get 4 games. Like the NFL wanted 10 to 12 games. That's what the NFL wanted. They weren't going to settle for 3 or 4 games. So I think honestly, this is best case scenario. If you've drafted Rashi Rice in Underdog, if you drafted him in redraft, this is best case scenario.
Yeah, not ideal to draft a guy. I mean, you still can't treat him as if you would have, before all this, because he's still missing. That's a significant chunk of the season. It's
Right.
not baseball, right? There's only 17 games, six.
Yes.
This is more than the third, but he's still valuable. You just got to pick your spots, and I think a lot of it depends. I don't think so much just on where you feel like you're going to take him, but the makeup of your roster. If you want to be able to slide him into your lineup later, take a chance. It's almost the same as like a guy like Brandon Ayuk, who is going to be out the first, we assume, 6 weeks or however long for different reasons, but the same thing. The Rashi Rice thing, you have to remember too. Also, Rashi Rice is also coming off an injury, season-ending injury. It's not like he's just suspended. But anyways, yeah, I
Yeah, but
do
the
think.
other nice thing, I don't think people think about this when first 6 games, and yeah, that's a big blow.
Yeah,
Remember, he also has his first 6 games. But remember, we don't have the first week of buys is not till week 5. You should have somebody on your bench who is at least startable, at least the first 4 weeks to take his place, if not all 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that was the other thing. If he was going to miss, let's say he was going to miss like weeks 10 to 15 or 16, bye weeks are in full swing. We've had a ton of injuries by then. Like you might be really thin at wide receiver. You might really need Rashi Rice at that time. I mean, you still want Rashi Rice, of course. You don't want him to not be out there. But in the first 4 weeks, there should be plenty of guys on your bench who can fill in the gap.
Right. And so that's kind of what I was getting at with the roster makeup. It's, he's your 4th receiver. Yeah, you shouldn't really miss too much of a beat until he comes back. That's why you can't rank him too high, because you need somebody for that chunk of the season. All right. So domino effect there. Yeah, it helps Worthy and Hollywood early in the season. I do think, I always thought Hollywood was a pretty good value as late as he was going. As long as he's healthy, the guy can contribute. That's just the big if, right? I think he is.
He is for now. Who knows how long it'll be? But yeah, you got to feel good about those guys early in the season now, for sure. For sure. But again, we always say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I mean, and I don't even mean that like, just like, oh yeah, so cliche. Like, no, truly, like a lot of the teams I've won championships with did not get off to great starts. Like, and I see a lot of times in fantasy leagues, these teams that are great early in the season fade down the stretch because the players who are white hot to start the season crash back down to earth, or B, they get hit by injury or whatever it is. Like, you want your team white hot going into the playoffs, right? Like, right. I mean, yeah, you don't want to go 0-6, of course, but if you can go 3-3 in those first 6 games, you're totally fine. Even if you go 2-4, really, honestly, 1-5, you're still in it. Like, you're still okay. So, yeah, I don't want to, like, the point of that is I don't want to like over bump up Worthy and Hollywood now because of this, because of like, hey, they'll be really good in the first 6 games. Like, okay, maybe they will be, but there's still the other 11 games, and those 11 games kind of are more important.
Right. What's interesting, though, I think for me, the perspective too, the Chiefs, this isn't a case where, yes, Rice, you could say, okay, he's the number 1 receiver, but he's not clearly like head and shoulders, number 1 above everyone else. He's not Justin Jefferson, right?
Right.
And Worthy, I think, will get a bigger role anyways in this offense. That's where I'm interested to see exactly how much more involved Worthy is. But yeah, that's the news. Let's by the way, we've got some super chats. I don't want to ignore these any longer. Sorry. Alexander's channel. What's up? In a PPR super flex, got Nico Burrow and Chase Brown. I'm up right now. Okay. On the clock.
Is it a slow draft?
I guess so. So we got quarterbacks like Love, we got Jason, Ladd, Hampton, or Penix have to start 4 receivers.
I just take Ladd here. You're already behind at wide receiver when you have to start 4.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Love, Penix, whoever's on the board here. Like, I don't feel like those are guys, even in Superflex, where I'm like, I better get him now. It's like, I can just wait and get. You might even be able to get Penix on the way back, honestly. But I think you definitely need to get going at wide receiver here. I'm going Ladd.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Not a big difference between those quarterbacks. I mean, I don't want to wind up with Sam Darnold, but look, if those kind of players are still on the board, yeah, there's a good chance you might get one of those guys on the way back, depending on your pick. But I think Ladd's the best player on the board there. And then we just got one. No, we got 2 more. All right, Alexis was first. Have Gibbs and Chase Brown. Want to go robust RB. Oh, okay. We don't want just 2 running backs. We want 3. So K9 and Hampton on the board. Which one? No, you can't have them both.
Neither. Draft a wide receiver. I don't know. Maybe is it non PPR here?
Doesn't say.
I mean, I guess you got to go Hampton. I really like Walker, but I also say I'm a little, there is some concern with Walker with his foot and stuff. So maybe go Hampton. But I did see Najee back at practice today. I still don't think he's going to play in week 1, or if he does, I don't think he's going to play much at all. But he's out there practicing. He's catching passes, so we obviously can see. Yeah, probably Hampton here, although I do really like K9.
It's close. Yeah, we do have Hampton just a little bit above Walker, which, by the way, you might notice a little different. We do have the rankings updated here based on the news and the big trades that have gone on, like Adam Thielen to the Vikings. So I think you still go Hampton. Again, if you want to go robust RB, go for it. If it's full PPR league, you're probably better off getting a receiver, though. And then we got Tyler C. Has the 1-3. It's a 10-teamer. Yes. I recall the 0.7 PPR league. So,
yes.
Still not sure why. Barkley, yes. If Chase falls yes. If Chase falls, take him. If not, Bijan or Gibbs.
Bijan.
I'm not
yes,
too worried. They do have injuries
the
in the O-line, but you still take Bijan. Well, the Lions, you just talked about this in a recent video. Their offensive line might take a step back anyways.
Yeah, they lost a couple key pieces of that offensive line in the offseason, so I'm going Bijan.
Yeah, Ragnow is gone, and there was somebody else.
Zeitler?
Yeah, but it's still Bijan. Should I entertain quarterback?
I mean,
yeah.
How do you not take quarterback there? I almost took quarterback. I'm like, how are these quarterbacks still on the board?
Yeah, it's what are we? Oh, it was around 4. Not ridiculous, but yeah.
No, not ridiculous at all.
Well, because these receivers, I'm like, nobody's jumping. There's no differentiation here. Big difference. So, all right. I think those are the super chats. Let's do Gurseth Paul. He was first 12-man. He's in a lot of these leagues too. Normal 2 receiver. Like I said, not standard, normal league. Traded for Rice. Okay. Gave away Myers and Dobbins. What do you think about that, first of all?
Well, this could be one of those trades you look back on and be like, I'm so smart. Like if Jacoby Myers really says, screw you guys, I'm not playing, or they trade him to some team where it's not as good as the Raiders, which, like, where is he going to go? Like, where could he get traded to? Maybe the 49ers might be the only situation where I'd be like, oh, that's good for Jacoby, right? Because Jennings dealing with this calf. Maybe they're just like, fine, we'll just have Jacoby, right? We'll just take Jacoby instead of you. But really, let's be real. Like, there's a lot more places where it's like, ooh, that's not as good, right? So if that ends up happening, then you might look like a genius here. But if Jacoby Myers, like, says, hey, I want a new contract, but I'm going to play, and he's doing great for the Raiders in weeks 1 through 6 and weeks 7 through 17, you might regret this.
Yeah. I right now don't anticipate Myers getting traded. If we assume things are as they were, you are either way obviously going to be behind the first few weeks, because that's also not just when Rice is out, but, assuming Myers plays, he's going to get targeted. Dobbins, that's probably when he's going to get the most run. Now, I do think this could wind up being a nice deal for you. But either way, I'd say it's fair. I mean, let's look at your team now. Purdy, McCarthy, Walker, Sharp, Harvey. Interesting. Okay, so you're banking on, you gave away Dobbins. You're banking on Harvey as the guy. Smart move. And Pollard, it's good. Lamb, BTJ, Rice, Igbuka, Kirk. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine.
Yeah, again, hopefully you only need 2 of these wide receivers in the early part of the season. I mean, Igbuka could potentially, that's the thing. Like, Igbuka could potentially get you by, because Godwin probably going to miss 3 to 4 weeks to start the year, maybe even longer. I think I personally like it better with Myers and Dobbins, but at the same time, again, if Jacoby actually gets traded or just says, you know what, I'm not screw this, I don't need this, then yeah, this will be a good deal. But I don't think this is like, oh, I think I timed out.
Oh,
I was too busy looking at his question.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got Breece Hall, unfortunately. Let's see.
That's best ball. I think that makes it.
Man, where are all the wide receivers?
I know. Okay, we'll do this one next, Zachary. And Zachary's a member. Got Diggs. There goes Igbuka. Okay, so Zach did his home league 12-person. By the way, he's in this draft, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, he's right there. He got CMC
there we
first. So in his home league, Dak and May, okay, JT Henderson, Harvey, Braylon, Nico Wilson, JMO Pickens, Igbuka Reed, Kraft.
You got JT and Nico. That's nice. Henderson, Harvey, Braylon Allen, RB2 could definitely be a struggle early, but there's potential there. Garrett Wilson. I like your wide receivers a lot. I like all your wide receivers, honestly, except maybe Jaden Reed, but whatever. Kraft fine, Dak fine. It's solid. I'll say 7.75 with the potential for more, depending on what Henderson and Harvey do.
Yeah, that's it's an interesting strategy. You're taking Henderson and Harvey. Both could have breakout seasons, maybe one, but you got them both. So I think you should be good. You should be good at RB2. So yeah, I like it a fair bit. I'll give it an 8. All right, let me make sure I don't time out here. By the way, one more time, I want to show off and make sure y'all know about the live pilot. So if you're doing a draft, not just on Draft Lane, if you're doing one of our leagues, but also Yahoo leagues, sleeper leagues, use the live pilot. It will do this when you're drafting. During your draft, use a live pilot. Go my turn, and it'll say this. Based on your draft, what has already happened currently in the draft? We'll suggest a position, give you the top options, and some alternatives. I think you're right, live pilot. I think I need a receiver, and I think I might time out, and I think I will take a look. There's still like decent running backs left. There's no receivers left.
I know that's what I was saying. I was like, where are all the receivers?
Yeah, man. Well, you never know how it's going to go, right? It's like if I knew, I would have taken receiver again early, but oh well. Joshua Rogers, what's up? He's saying 1-2-2-1-1-1-1 league. I'm not sure what all the ones are. Thoughts on this? If you join a new league that's been around for 12 years, it was standard and changed to half PPR, and you see a bunch of running backs going early because everyone's still stuck in that mindset. What do you do?
I would take the elite wide receivers. Like, am I going to take, like, let's say you have pick 10. And, like, let's say it goes Saquon, Bijan, Gibbs, CMC, Henry. How many is that? Henry, Genty. I don't know. Who's next? Bucky, Chase Brown, Achan. And now you're up at pick 9. Are you going to take Jamar Chase or Josh Jacobs? You know what I mean? Like, I'm taking Jamar Chase. That's an extreme example, but even if you have pick 10 and like 7 running backs went off the board, like, are you going to take, Bucky Irving, Chase Brown, or are you going to take Justin Jefferson?
Right.
CeeDee Lamb. Like, yeah, just take the wide receivers. It's half PPR. It's fine.
Yeah. Philip's got some good advice here. That would be the Paul Skeens enjoyer. You still just want to think kind of best available, and in standard, it's pretty much just all the running backs are the best available. See, but in half, it's different, right? It's just kind of a mix here. Oh, man, I thought I moved Jennings lower than that. I'm not drafting Jennings. I'm not. You know what? Here we go. This might be my first let's go crazy topic of conversation. I'm stashing Rashi Rice. There you go. It's done.
There
best
you go.
Ball. It's best ball, so I don't need to worry about setting my lineup.
That is true.
So yeah, if everyone zigs, you zag, or vice versa. Yeah, best player, and then you can pull off, an anchor RB, even a 0 RB draft. If everyone just keeps going crazy with running backs and you're loading up on receivers, I mean, yeah, you could wait on running back. It's not ideal, but it just depends exactly how crazy they're going on running back.
Yours shows a blank box there, but I see that Miguel drafted Monty.
Huh.
Try opening it again, because I see Montgomery.
Yeah. It's there.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's because his name is too long.
When we first tested it was, remember?
Yeah, it fits. We made it fit. All right. And good evening to everyone. Trying to get to as many comments as possible. Here's a Rashi Rice. Interesting deal. I think I know how we feel about this one. Alberto Gutierrez Estrada just traded Chubb for Rice.
Wait, you gave away Chubb to get Rice?
Sounds like it.
Oh, that's a big win for you.
Yeah, that's very smart, and that's exactly
exactly
what we're talking about. We were like, he's suspended now. I don't want him. Look, you can take whatever Chubb gives you. Yep. Even if it's Chubb by the time Rashi Rice comes back, is Chubb even going to be the starter? In Houston.
I mean, Rashi Rice might score more points in his first game back than Chubb scores the first 6 games.
That too. Yeah, that's a huge win. That's a smart move. So well done. Guess who's back? So I love it. I'll come back. Fantasy football is pain. What's up? Not painful yet. Hasn't started. 10-team PPR. Okay. Dak, Bijan, Bucky, Kyron, Bill, and Terry, Hill, Moore, J-Mo, Buka, Diggs, Addison. We'll need to drop 2 for a kicker and defense. That's why we don't play with kicker and defense. But overall, I think you crushed it.
Yeah, who are you even going to drop here?
Yeah. Why do you have to drop 2? I mean, that's not a very deep team.
Right? I mean, you're probably going to have to drop Bill and Addison because, I mean, if it's obviously a shallow league. So, chances are they won't get picked up. Addison suspended. Is somebody going to really be like, ooh, let me go put Addison in? I mean, because again, I'm guessing everybody's team is like this. Like, who do I drop? Like, who would they drop to pick up Addison? So,
right.
But you don't need to do it yet.
No matter what Bill does in the first couple of weeks, he's not starting over Bijan or Kyron or Bucky.
Right.
So he's expendable. Speaking of pain, I guess this might be painful. Daniel, Pittman and Olave. I mean, I just took Olave. It's best ball, which makes it a little more palatable, but you can't feel great.
Can't feel great. Can't feel great. We're looking at Spencer Rattler. And let me rephrase this. I was gonna say if he doesn't work out, but I should really say when he doesn't work out, we're looking at Tyler Shook. And when he doesn't work out, we're looking at Jake Haener. And look, it's funny because whenever I talk about like Achane or the one or two times talk about Waddle, always get comments like it's too risky. Tua is one hit away from being the season. Well, so is Chris Olave.
Yep.
And he's got terrible quarterbacks. Like I don't need Chris Olave this year. I just don't. and honestly, I barely feel like I need Pittman anymore. Like even right now, it was like Live Pilot said take a wide receiver. It was like Josh Downs, Michael Pittman. I was like, I'll just take an injured Chris Godwin and hope he's good second half of the season.
Yeah, well, exactly right there. I was staring at Pittman, and there he goes. Again, not saying he's undraftable. Like you got him late, fine. Like fine for a late pick. Just temper your expectations. Just hopefully they're not in your starting lineup. Let's see what else. No juice. Taysom Hill has not yet been drafted, but we'll leave him for you. Anthony wants to know. He says he's doing a live draft with his league that's 20 years old. Very nice. Drafting on Wednesday. That's the best time to draft, isn't it? 'Cause it's like opening day, but like back-to-back days almost. Like you're celebrating the start.
I like this Sunday. It's because it's like Sunday, right? It's like
Sunday's good.
What can really the only time I can ever remember like something big happening from like Sunday to the start of the games was Jerick McKinnon that year he signed with the 49ers. And he tore his ACL like the last practice of the week before the game. He was going as like a third rounder that year because remember the year before with the Vikings, he was good, right? Because I forget who their starter was, but he got hurt, and then it was Latavius Murray and Jerick McKinnon. Really dating myself here. It was Latavius Murray and Jerick McKinnon, and I remember I was like, Jerick McKinnon's the guy you got to pick up. Everybody wanted Latavius Murray. I'm like, give me the pass catcher with home run speed. You know how I roll. And he was great that year. And then he signed with Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. This is before they had CMC. This is a long time ago, guys. And it's like, man, he's going to be awesome in this offense. He's going to be incredible. And literally the last practice before the first game, he tore his ACL.
Yeah, it's crazy because usually we already know, like, the games are over, it's settled, and no one's getting cut and all this. But yeah, things happen. Jerick McKinnon, man. Jerick McKinnon, what could have been?
He was my guy that year. I mean, not the year he tore his ACL with the 49ers, of course, but the year before, I remember I grabbed him in so many leagues. I grabbed him in our Rotoballer Expert League that year.
Huh.
He was carrying me. He was carrying me that year because I went 0 RB in that draft.
He was the perfect 0 RB back. For 1 year. For 1 year.
It was actually kind of some decent moments in KC.
Yeah. I mean, decent. But I mean, he's a guy everyone just expected would, be like the next LT or something like that.
Well, he basically was like the godfather of the Spark score, right? Like he's the one that like
right.
His athletic testing was so insane.
His metrics. And today was kind of sad. Speaking of guys like that, it was a cut down day just happened for the NFL, and then for me today was cut down day in Dynasty. because I actually went and checked, like I'm on my sleeper leagues, my dynasty leagues, 20 of them, but at least half of them I'm over the roster limit. So I got like 3 or 4 players. It was like I'll just wait, and now I'm like I can't wait anymore. I did shed a couple of imaginary tears for Zamir White, no longer on the roster. Who else? Kamani Vidal, R.I.P.
Kamani Vidal got cut in real life.
Yep, exactly.
Oh man, Kamani Vidal.
I think.
Oh,
who else? I didn't have him in Dynasty. Trust me, not anymore. I did a couple years ago, but you remember coming out of the draft, Tyron Davis Price for the 49ers.
Yep.
Remember that guy? He was going to be a stud. He was going to be a monster. He wasn't. Yeah, all those guys. Cam Akers was my boy. He got cut from the Saints.
I didn't even know he was on the Saints.
Technically, he was trying to be on the Saints, and it's pretty much, I think, over for him.
Yeah.
Very sad, but can't live in the past.
Nope. That's a cautionary tale for a lot of these rookies, by the way.
Yeah. Malachi Corley.
Like, he'll take over eventually. He may not ever take over anywhere.
No, there's a lot of guys that never happens for. Malachi Corley was for some people like a surprise cut, and I was never a Malachi Corley guy. I didn't have any of him.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised he got cut. He was a guy that I did like coming out of the draft, but I said I liked him. He's a very specific type of player. He's a guy you have to get him the football and let him do his thing. He's not a guy who's gonna get open and run great routes. I thought the Jets would find ways to get him the ball, and I guess when they did start to give him the ball, he dropped it. He literally dropped it at the 1 yard line. So
yeah, he dropped the ball. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna continue with my theme and make this the all stash team. Just go all injured wide receivers. Why not?
I mean, it's best ball.
It's best ball. Exactly. I got now Mooney should be back in even if he doesn't play week 1, like week 2. Ayuk is my stash. I got Rice. This team's gonna be a monster in week 7. Just wait. All right. Philip wants us to roast his team. 14-man PPR. Dak, Bucky, Pollard, Dobbins, Ollie Gordon, Braylon Allen, Lamb, Terry, Tet, Diggs. Is that Amari Cooper?
Cooper Kupp or Amari Cooper?
I
can't really roast this team. It's a 14-teamer. You got Bucky Irving, CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard. I like the running backs behind them. You got Lamb, McLaurin, Tet, Diggs. Even your tight ends like Warren Ertz, I'm fine with that. Dak. I can't roast this team. Raiders legend Amari Cooper. I can roast that pick.
It is Cooper?
I can roast that pick. I don't know who else was on the board, but I probably like all of them more than Amari Cooper.
Yeah, it's funny. We're trying to keep things up to date here. Oh, well, Adam Thielen switch teams are fine. And then Amari Cooper, it's like, okay, where do we put him in the rankings? Oh, wait, we don't have to rank him.
Yeah, he's not ranked. We're not ranking him. I mean, this guy is 31 years old, just finally signed with a team. Last year had 500 yards and 4 touchdowns in 14 games, of which how many of those, 7 or 8 of those were with the Bills?
Yeah. Can't blame quarterback play there. Yeah. So we'll roast the Cooper pick. Everything else is actually really good. And, I think bonus points for the Ollie Gordon pick. So that offsets it. Terry has a trade question. Love trade questions.
All right.
Wow. Trade away Bijan and Waddle to get Henry, AJB, and Stevenson. And then
I think you have to.
Yeah,
Henry
I mean,
and AJB.
yeah. The Stevenson's whatever, but you're upgrading enough at receiver. I do think you win.
Exactly. And
Wow.
it's not like, I mean, look, maybe this is the year that Henry finally slows down or gets hurt.
Not
Or
possible.
maybe he just keeps chugging along. Maybe he just
Yep.
keeps chugging along, being great. And then you don't even have that big of a drop off from Bijan, right? It's not even that big of a drop off. But you get AJB. And like Stevenson is fine. It's not like Stevenson's like worthless. I think you have to take Henry at AJB side here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Derrick Henry, unstoppable. Did they just make one Terminator movie? No. He kept going on and on and on and on. I feel like they just made a Terminator movie just last year, like this year, maybe a new one. I don't know how, but they did. That's Derrick Henry. Yeah, I think you got to take this. Hard to part with Bijan, who's probably your number 2 overall pick, but Derrick Henry's still a first rounder. Okay. Super chat from Vikilo. Drafting Chase, 6 points per touchdown, best QB to get. And then I guess we could follow that up with when do you possibly think about taking a quarterback if you got the 1-1?
I mean, I'm not going to, just because it's 6 point passing touchdown, I'm not going to suddenly, be like, oh, I got to take quarterback earlier now. Like, nah, like, I will say the 6 point passing touchdown kind of hurts those quarterbacks who don't throw for a ton of touchdowns or a ton of yards, but run for a lot. Like, even Jalen Hurts, I think, takes a little bit of a hit here, but Justin Fields definitely takes a big hit in this format. So I'd prefer more like the guys, who have a lot of touchdown upside.
Yeah, I'd say, in most leagues, typically quarterbacks go a little earlier than in our drafts like this. It would be nice. I would say this. I'm not, if I'm you, I chase the 1-1, on the turn on the way back, you're going to take the best available receiver, running back, whatever. But I'm not taking one of those quarterbacks. I'm going to hope that it would be perfect if on the way back after that, on the 4-5, if Joe Burrow is staring at me.
Right.
Now, that may not happen. But if it happens, you take him. Right? And then you get that stack and the 6 points. That's a huge boost. And if it doesn't happen, oh well. Then you just wait another couple rounds and you take your Brock Purdy, your Jared Goff, your Dak Prescott, whatever. Guy like that.
Exactly. They're going to throw for enough yards and touchdowns.
Right. And again, I'm not assuming you would get Burrow at the 4-5, but if you do, great. Easy one, Anthony. Are you taking Tyreek Hill at his current ADP?
Negative, sir.
Nope, not really. Good evening, Gabriel. How you doing? All right, so we're where are we? Rounds 12. Okay, 2 more rounds here. Now, this isn't all we're doing. Best Ball Wednesday continues when we go to an underdog draft. Got a couple new contests, believe it or not, even though there's like a week left till we start. Some more new ones. We're going to show you what they got. So we'll do tournament style best ball. But this is our draft lane draft. Yeah, draft lane. We host fantasy leagues, and now you can also do best ball just for your home league, your regular work league, whatever league you want to put on here. We're doing best ball leagues with you guys, like this one. This is a real league, not a mock. And we do still have free public leagues available if you go to draftlane.com/play. Still a couple leagues left, still some time before the season's finally underway. All right. I haven't been paying too hard attention. Oh, interesting. I feel like I need a running back, but it's telling me to go receiver. Really? I'm actually going to take a running back anyways. This is going to be the what the heck team. It's going to shade blue.
It's kind of how I feel about my team, too.
Yeah, it's an interesting draft. Okay, and then we got, Gabriel, who is a member. My draft 8th pick. 1, 2, 2, 1 with 2 flexes, half PPR. All right. Oh, an order of draft. Okay, so just want to stop here. So you got Neighbors at the 2-4, 2-5, 2-5. Crazy.
Is that
Puka, Neighbors,
Travion
Henderson.
Henderson in the 3rd round?
That's interesting.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah, it's like it's such great value on Neighbors, which is weird. And then this, so what probably happened here is this draft probably went pretty running back heavy early.
Right. I mean, but look, but you need 2 flexes, but you still have Pearsall, like Buka. I guess you're okay. I don't know what wide receivers were on the board when you took Henderson, but I probably would have just preferred one of those wide receivers because you still got Chuba, Harvey, and Pacheco. Like you can get by with those guys. I mean, I'm fine with Caleb. I guess you got the Caleb Loveland stack. I'd probably want a second tight end if I have Loveland. I don't know who's on the board. Like, I don't think you have to hold DJ Giddens. He's just a pure handcuff. But overall, I mean, it's a good like Puka Neighbors. I guess Henderson, Chuba. Although honestly, in week 1, I'd probably start Chuba Pacheco. I'd probably start the running back you drafted last over Henderson or Harvey, the rookies.
Yep.
And then you're flexing what? Pearsall and Igbuka probably in week 1. I don't think that's too bad.
No, you could even go with Bigsby if you want for week 1, but I'd go Pacheco. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, well, I think I would like to see who was on the board when you took Henderson there at wide receiver. I feel like there's probably really good wide receivers on the board. Had you taken that wide receiver and then done nothing different in this draft, it'd look really strong because Chuba, Harvey, Pacheco, Tank Bigsby should be fine at running back. You only technically need 2 of them if you're flexing wide receivers.
Right. It's interesting. This is the second team now we see that took Henderson and Harvey. And I mean, I don't hate that. But yeah, and then taking Chuba, could have used another receiver. Okay, so speaking of Puka, Mitchie wants to know, trade Puka for Nico straight up.
Yeah, give me Nico.
I mean, this talent-wise and, ceiling-wise, it's like, okay, we're kind of the same guy, except you just eliminate the risk of Matt Stafford, being done. So why not? We got Nico higher. Another Rashi Rice trade question. This is the time. All right, so Dossie Scopes, I'm being offered. Does that say? I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Is that Chef Harden? Is that James Harden?
I think so. Oh boy.
All right. Sorry. Being offered Rashi Rice for Ricky Pearsall.
I'm taking Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah. We're big on Pearsall, and if you've been watching the videos from this past week especially, yeah, I got Pearsall higher. No, you do too. So I don't know which side. You're saying you're being offered Rice. If you have Pearsall, just keep Pearsall. All right. And that is it for this draft. So don't forget, and this was draft number 16. It's a best ball draft. So you'll set your lineup, but it's okay because even if you don't, it's going to set it for you because that's how best ball works. And so you don't have to worry about it. You can check in each week. And there's some features that we do have that you're not going to even have to worry about now. So, for example, I got the bust protection and the swap player. Well, you don't need to do that because it's going to swap for you automatically. But you can also boost and then go Jefferson. And then now that Brandon Ayuk says pup, and I can put him on the IR, and now I can go pick up whoever I feel like. So that's nice too. So make sure you check that. All right, let's get into best ball draft number 2, and that is going to be on Underdog.
Yes.
All right.
I'm excited because we've got The Golden 2, a $10 single entry tournament. So if you're like, I don't know about these big tournaments where I have to do a bunch of lineups. Well, here you go. One lineup for all the marbles. $10.
Love it.
And what do you get? You get 10 G's to the winner. $10 could turn into 10 G's. Nothing wrong with that. And you get to draft a fantasy team.
I was going to say, all I have to do is draft. Count me in. All right, let me find it.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull up my phone. And don't forget, they do the new customer special right now. Or even if you've already signed up, but you haven't actually played anything yet. Like you haven't made any picks or anything. If you play $5, you get 50. Win or lose, you get 50. And then they also give you a gimme pick. So chances are you're going to win that $5 because you just have to get one pick right? You just find one pick that looks ridiculously easy. You pair it up with the gimme pick. You win that. So $5 turns into, I don't know, 15 or whatever it is, 12.50. I don't know. Plus the 50. So you turn your 5 into 60. Plus you get the deposit match still, 50% bonus.
It sounds like it's a good time to play. By the way, I even just noticed this one, the Golden 2. They also opened one I just saw for the first time. I don't even remember them having this, the Pointer. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
The Pointer's $11, 7 entry max. So you could max that one, not a big deal. And they still have the first quarter too, which I do feel like I want to do another one of those. So it's crazy. It's like a week until the season starts. They're still opening up new contests with smaller pools but also small entries. So this is a good time to do it if you haven't yet. Let's get into the Golden 2. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Everybody go. 20 seconds per pick. Almost full.
Yep. 4 more, 2 more. There it is.
All right, we got to nail this one though. It's single entry. No do-overs.
No do-overs. Gotta nail it.
You,
gotta focus here.
You are at the 1-1.
All right, I'll take Jamar Chase. One shot.
You and Miguel are going to be sniping each other back and forth. He's at the 2, and I'm at the 11.
Nothing wrong with the 11.
All right, we got about a minute before we start. A couple of quick ones. Carl, the Rice news is he's out the first 6 games of the season. Not 4 games, 6 games, but it's the beginning of the season. And basically, long story short, that's good because it's not the end of the season. So we actually bumped him up a little bit in the rankings.
Yep.
Anthony asking if there's room in some leagues. Yes.
Go to draftlane.com/play. In fact, tomorrow we have a 10-team draft that has 2 spots left. So get in there and fill that up. It drafts at 7 Eastern tomorrow.
There you go. So check it out. We still got some time. And let's see. What was the other thing? Juice, is Spencer Rattler a good pick for? No. What else?
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah. Steven wants to know, in standard, Marvin Harrison or Chris Olave week 1?
No, Marvin Harrison. I don't want Chris Olave with Spencer Rattler.
No, let's go the guy who's going against the Saints, not on the Saints.
Yes. And like the Cardinals actually have it. The Cardinals have
no offense. Juice.
Yeah. Cardinals have a pretty good secondary these days.
I do think Olave is startable. It's not like a complete absolute must sit. Personally, it depends where you took him and all that, but I'm not putting him over Harrison. Let's see. All right, fine. I'll go. Let's go Sun God, I guess.
Not to mention it's standard scoring. Like if I said, hey, between Marvin Harrison Jr. and Chris Olave, who has the best chance to score a touchdown in week 1? Who are you picking?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the Saints might not even score a touchdown in week 1. Sorry, Juice.
Man, all right. So Henry, London, Henry.
You get Sun God. Yeah, man, it's so frustrating when I think back to the early days where I could get like Neighbors and Nico on the same team.
Yeah, but it's odd because in some places Neighbors falls or Nico does fall into round 2 because push comes to shove, people want their running backs, right?
Yeah, look at McCaffrey already like just solidly in the top half of the first round now.
Yep. Let's see. All right, yeah, we already did this one. Making sure I'm not missing any questions here. Bowers went pretty early. Interesting. So I know you got started to say questions. We actually just did the wide receiver version. It's going to come out in a couple of days, but it's easy to just look at a player and just say, "Hey, I want to start that player." But then when you have 2 players you want to start, I get it's tough. Shane's asking this one. You're about to be on the clock, so you can make your picks first.
Wow, get T here, nice. I think I'm gonna go McBride.
McBride, nothing wrong with that. So you're gonna get the super stack. You got both Bengals receivers.
Both Bengals receivers, and I got Trey McBride. They play week 17.
Oh, that's right. If Burrow falls to you, you got it made.
If he falls to me, though, that's the thing. I mean, he should he should because I have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Like, people shouldn't, but you know how it goes.
I have a feeling that if he treats you like he treats me in these drafts, the team number 2 is not going to let that happen because Miguel's always getting the player I want. Shane,
just take Burrow just to spite. It could take Burrow just so I can't.
Absolutely, yes, he will. Pearsall over Ridley in week 1.
Yes, because Ridley unfortunately has to play the Broncos and Pat Surtain. I didn't say sit Ridley for week 1, but I can't feel great about Ridley. I'll just take Pearsall in week 1.
Another thing is you got to feel really good about Pearsall week 1 because Jennings is still a no-show. Like, we have no idea what's going on there.
Right.
He hasn't been like ruled out or anything, but you can't feel very good about his involvement. I won't. He's promising. Yeah, you won't for him. Do for me. Okay. What do I need? Anything. This is Anthony asked about Tyreek Hill at ADP. In this tournament right here, he's already way past ADP, but I still don't know if I want him.
Well, we'll see if he's still he's still on the board for you.
No. Go Wilson.
Well, that's good value on Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. All right. See, now I don't have to decide. The decision has been made for me.
What would you have done if Tyreek Hill came back around to you?
Yeah, you know what? I actually might have taken him, but oh well, I can't now. Do I make this? This is where I basically have to decide: am I making this a 0 RB draft? No, I like Cook here. I'm okay with Cook.
Yeah, I think Cook's probably the right pick there.
I did think about Worthy, like Worthy, if I can, it was my fourth receiver, that would be great. But alas, no. Brown wants to know, how do you feel about drafting both Worthy and Rice?
I mean, in best ball, it's fine, but in redraft, I prefer not to. But I don't think it's. I mean, it depends how far apart they're gonna go in your leagues. I feel like, well, I don't know. I feel like when Rice was gonna play the first 4 games and then get suspended, people were like really high on Rice. But now that he's not gonna play the first 6 games, people are gonna be like, "Ah, oh, that sucks. I can't take Rashi Rice now." So look, if you can get these guys multiple rounds apart, yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Right. The difference is, I feel like, just mentioning something like the super stack here, like you got Chase and Higgins. Both those guys, though, can have big games at the same time.
Right.
There's certain offenses where you're like, well, the Chiefs, yeah, of course they could, but they seem not to, like that offense they play, it's very matchup based, and they kind of scheme a certain way, and so they'll feed a certain player. It's just this is the way they do it in Kansas City. I don't feel like these players will both have big games simultaneously a whole lot. So I mean, it's fine just because you can get Rice pretty late now, but it's not something I'm seeking out. That's not a stack I'm seeking out. All right, look who else is back in town.
Well, he did snipe me on Pickens, but I still like Ridley here. And then, of course, we got to get Burrow now because there's no way he's making it back to me.
No, definitely not. All right, he didn't do it. All right, guess who else is back? It is none other than Big Luscious.
What's up?
All right. He says, I dropped the ball at tight ends, but has a very stacked team. Well, if there's somewhere to drop the ball, that's where it is. Should I trade away McMillan for Ibuka and Tyler Warren?
Nah, I don't.
No.
I'm not gonna. I don't know who your tight end is, but as long as it's a tight end with a pulse who's on the field, you'll probably be okay.
Yeah, that's not like solving all your problems at tight end because you don't know what Tyler Warren's going to do necessarily. So, I don't think you need to do that. All right, what about Breezy Fantasy? 12-team PPR, Aaron Jones and Pickens for Devontae Adams.
Nah, I mean, I might even prefer Pickens to Adams. It's close. It's close for me. And you're just throwing Aaron Jones in. I mean, I know I like Jordan Mason, but Aaron Jones isn't going to be useless. I'm keeping Pickens and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, same here. Okay, another question, but let me make my pick first. Okay. Take my guy. I'm thinking, isn't it Buffalo, San Francisco? Is that week 17?
Is that who the 49ers? No, they played Bears. 49ers, Bears.
49ers, Bears. Okay. Ooh. Well, time for a league winner. There's RJ Harvey.
All right.
Well, this Zay Flowers or Stephon Diggs week 1?
Diggs has a great matchup week 1. But he's in that Patriots off. But I mean, both offenses are low volume passing attacks. Flowers always has the potential to go for like 25 points or 5 points. I'd probably go Diggs against the Raiders.
Yeah, I like Diggs a lot this week. I think he'll get fed. So give the edge to Diggs. Stephen Wynn wants to know about Pickens or Ibuka.
Oh, that's another tough one week 1 because Pickens Eagles, right? Not a great spot. And we know Ibuka is probably going to be the number 2 against the Falcons. But that being said, it's also a rookie. Mike Evans is still playing. Probably go Pickens here. Like the other one, it's closer than the Diggs Flowers one, I think. But I'll go Pickens slightly over Ibuka.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking give the edge to Pickens as well. Okay, this super chat here from Anthony. Okay, what about trading Calvin Ridley for Ricky Pearsall and Evan Ingram?
Man, you just sniped me on Monty. It's not even like a great running back. Hold on. Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead. You're on the clock for 2.
Still believe Jacoby will be a Raider. I mean, let's just go full 0 RB, I guess. Let's go Judy. Full 0 RB here.
Oh, yeah. You don't have a single running back. Nice. All right. Oh, because you went McBride.
Give me. I'll say. I mean, I prefer Calvin Ridley to Ricky Pearsall, but I still really like Ricky Pearsall. But I'll say this: if you like Big Luscious, if you just kept, getting sniped on tight end and waiting, and then you ended up with like Chigo Conquo or whoever, like Brenton Strange, guys like that who are fine, like they're okay. I might just take Ricky and Ingram to get the tight end upgrade, and because again, I think Ricky Pearsall is going to be great.
Agree. I think this is enough at tight ends. I mean, if you already have a decent tight end, there's no point to do this. But yeah, I think that would be a good deal for you.
Yeah, if you already have a good tight end, I wouldn't do it. All right, there's going to be an interesting one here. We're 7 rounds in. I have 0 running backs.
Just the way you like. You've done that less though, a lot less this year, I feel.
Yeah, I usually like to have at least one by now. It's just like it's like, yeah, I like Jordan Mason and these guys, but it's like, man, do I need to take Jordan Mason there? Just keep waiting, right? Just keep waiting. Famous last words.
Might as well. Oh wow! I did not think Tyron Tracy would get taken. All right, let's go, Caleb.
I mean, that team before you has 4 running backs, only 2 wide receivers,
and this guy right here has 3 running backs ready.
And this is a 3 wide receiver league. It's an interesting strategy there. Says the guy with no running backs.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm a little tilted. It's like this guy's gonna take one of these tight ends. He just took both tight ends.
He just went back to back. He went double tap tight end right there.
I did not see the double tight end coming. So now I'm like, okay. I don't want any of these receivers here. Wow. Why did he do that? Why would you take 2 tight ends?
I don't know. Wow, this guy still only has 2 wide receivers through 8 rounds.
This is, man, hey. Never dull. Never the same thing twice. Even an underdog. Landon, what's up, Landon? I feel like Landon just drafted with us. Didn't he on Draft Lane? Or maybe that was last night. So somehow has to choose between Harrison, Garrett Wilson, or Travis Hunter.
I can't say I love any of these guys in week 1, but I'd probably go Garrett Wilson. I mean, Harrison has the best matchup. It's just like, gosh, man, Kyler Murray. Why does he have to be stuck with Kyler Murray?
I know. It's funny because season long, I definitely would say I like Wilson the best here. But I think in week 1, I actually am leaning Harrison, which is weird. But I'm just basing it on the matchup.
He does have the best matchup for sure.
Yeah. It's one of the first 2, though. I don't think you need to consider Hunter here. Juicy. Boosie. Rate my team 10-man, 2 QB, Nix Baker, JJ Terry Pickens, Olave, Bijan Kenneth, Monty, and then the bench there. Nice. A quarterback. Well, you got 2 solid quarterbacks, a 2 QB league. That's good. You got JJ. Obviously, that's good. Your receivers are really good. And how did you get? You got. Okay, now hold on. You're telling me you got Jefferson and Bijan? Like how?
Yeah, how did you do? What the? Yeah, you got JJ Terry Pickens. Okay, Olave, but whatever. Bijan Kenneth, Monty, Scatterboo, Bryce Young. Yeah. Well, this is why, because it's a 2 QB league. So probably, and you could tell he waited on QB. So, everybody going QB heavy. I like this team. Like, I like waiting and getting. You still got Nix Baker and Bryce Young as your QBs.
Yeah,
that's a great team.
Drafted at the 1-7. Okay, so either way, you're telling me what Bijan fell to the second round, like the middle of the second round. So people are taking like, well, no, they have Nixon, Baker, Bijan first, and then JJ fell. Yes, Justin Jefferson, a second round pick. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like a 9. Every league is different. I actually need a quarterback here. Let me see. All right, well, I did get Garrett Wilson, so here goes Fields. Let's see. Goff, Penix, Purdy. I can probably wait. Not sure why Loveland's still going above Kraft. Just don't get that.
I think we missed. Tyler's saying we missed his super chat. I think we missed this one.
We did one of his earlier. I guess this must be a different one. All right. Sorry about that, Tyler. So here's a 10-team half PPR, 3 receiver, 2 running back, CD, Nico, Adams, Ted, Ibuka, HM, Pacheco, Henderson. Already got trades in the works. Trade Lamb and Pacheco for Gibbs and Sutton.
I mean, you get a running back upgrade and a wide receiver downgrade. What is your team? You got HM, Pacheco, Henderson, Nico. No, I feel like you need Lamb more than you need Pacheco. Well, no, hold on. No, maybe not. Wait,
you got Henderson there.
If you trade away Lamb, Pacheco, you got Nico, Adams, Tet as your wide, and Mika as your wide receivers, with Achan, Gibbs, and Henderson. I think I like. Man. Do I like your team better with CD and Pacheco? Hold on, I'm on the clock here.
Feels you don't feel like one side is much stronger than the other overall. Yeah, so you have to decide, is this really better for you? Yeah, it probably will make you feel better at running back because maybe you're like, I'm not convinced about Pacheco this season, and Achan's banged up, but we're not worried about Achan. But Henderson, I mean, that's good. I think you're good enough at running back. You don't need Gibbs, and I don't know why you'd give up CD. I don't feel like trading for Gibbs and Sutton would make your team worse, though.
Right. I'm just trying to see, like, do I prefer a wide receiver room of Nico, Adams, Tet, and Sutton with Achan and Gibbs? I mean, that's a stacked running back room, but you got CD, Nico, so you're stacked at wide receiver right now. Yeah, I don't. This is a tough one. This is a tough one because I don't like. I can't. It doesn't feel like. You can go either way here, I feel like. And you'll be fine. You should be fine. Right? You can go either way here. So I probably feel good enough about Pacheco that I keep lambing Pacheco. But no problem with taking the Gibbs Sutton side either.
Yeah, it's tough. It's pretty close either way. And then also Algier for Eckler or Trey Benson.
Sure. I don't really need Eckler or Algier or I mean, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I assume you're trading away Algier. Algier is just a handcuff, so I'd probably just prefer Trey Benson.
We have a very special announcement, by the way. Guess who's back? It's about time. Sir Boomer.
Sir Boomer. Royalty back in the house.
Yes. Been too long. Hopefully you're here to stay for the next 4 months at least. At least. All right. I'll make sure I'm making my picks here. I guess I'm doing is that the new thing we're calling it? The super stack, hacker stack, pack stack. Jordan Love to go with Jaden Reed and Tucker Kraft. How exciting is that?
There you go.
I guess I need some Ravens. No, not really. Let's see. Okay, Ed OLED. Welcome back as well. Thoughts on this draft? Purdy and CMC, Hampton, Swift, Allen, Tootin, London, Sutton, Ridley, Igbuka, Pearsall, Kraft, Goddard.
CMC, Hampton with Swift, Braylon, Allen, Tootin. Should be fine at running back. London, Sutton, Ridley, Igbuka, great. This is a 12-teamer? Man. Kraft and Goddard, I like that. Purdy, I like it. 8-5. Very well done.
Yeah, like all of them. Like pretty much all your picks.
Ooh, Miguel snipe again.
I'm telling you, that's what he does.
All right, I'm just going to take Cam Ward here real quick to stack. And then, let's get one more high upside wide receiver with the Tillman Judy stack.
Nice. Very nice. Well, you'll have basically everything that happens in week 1. That Cincinnati Cleveland game.
That's true. See? I'll have a ton of points week 1, even without my running backs.
Even on the top of the leaderboard after 1 week at least. So that's good. All right. So let's do Tyler. Tyler was first. Different Tyler, not Tyler C. So thank you, Tyler. Well, thank you. Here's his 12-teamer. Mahomes, Gibbs, Chase Brown, Judkins, Javonte, Mark Andrews, and Arroyo, JSN, G. Will, Pearsall, Myers, Ayuk, Jaden Higgins.
I mean, Gibbs, Chase Brown is great. JSN, G. Will, I mean, I still like your wide receivers a lot. Obviously, Myers, we have to hope he stays in with the Raiders. Or maybe goes to San Francisco. Like I said, that'd be a great spot. But not really a lot of other good spots. Man, running backs behind Gibbs and Chase Brown are dicey, to say the least.
Yeah.
Very dicey there. But hey, work the waiver wire, Hopefully Gibbs and Chase Brown stay healthy all year. I mean, look, on paper, if Gibbs and Chase Brown stay healthy all year, Mahomes bounces back in any way. You got Andrews. This has got to be at least an 8-5 too. This is a very good team.
Yeah, it's still good. It's a little riskier than maybe a lot of teams on your bench. you may not want to keep an Arroyo. Just saying. And look, I love Arroyo as a Kane, but just being real, we'll see what he does. But that's fine. It's not like you have to. So, yeah, I like it too. Okay, hold on. Let me make my pick. Just gonna go super boring here. Actually, no, we're not. I'll take an exciting tight end.
Chig.
Yep. It's my boy. We'll go league it. All right, and then Sir Boomer. Yeah, I don't know if you know about the draft line thing. You haven't been getting under. Okay, so he says he's getting an error. Are you on Android or iOS? Is the first thing.
Well, no, he's saying he's getting an error when he tries to join the league because the league's already. Not only is the league already full, we already drafted the league.
Oh, the one for tonight?
You're a little late to the party, Boomer. That was like 30 minutes ago. Actually, it was like over an hour ago. It was like over an hour ago.
Well, if you're trying to join tonight's
Boomer.
league.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We're going to do this again tomorrow and probably many others. Also, you can go to draftlane.com/play, and there are leagues on there that you can join. In fact, we have a league tomorrow that has 2 spots left. We need to fill it. So go to draftlane.com/play.
Yep. You'll see it. You can scroll through and look for the dates and the times, and still a few leagues left. So if you want to jump in there for tomorrow, do it. Just know if you are an Android, there's not going to be a little open link button. You just have to copy and paste the code. But hopefully you can get to it. If you have questions, Draftlane support channel on the Discord. Don't cry. Don't cry. You can join us tomorrow.
Yeah, don't worry.
But definitely glad you're back. Okay. Now we also have a question from Life Behind Bars.
All right.
Which 2 should I keep? J-Mo Myers or Ridley? Also has Nico Harrison and Hunter. Yeah, I would keep them. Interesting. Does this?
Well, I think it's pretty easily. Hold on.
I don't think the Myers trade demand or whatever is going on changes this. Like for me, it would be Williams and Ridley anyways. But and so you get to keep all of those. So again, if you're keeping that many players, right, might as well make it dynasty.
Right. No, I think I would keep James. Yeah, I'm keeping Jameson and Ridley. I think those are probably the guys I prefer anyways. But I think the Myers news just makes it an easier decision because it's like, okay, I don't even have to stress about it.
Right.
But I think even if Myers was fine and playing and it was good to go, no issues, I'd still take Ridley and Jameson.
Did Ollie Gordon already get taken? Yes, he must have. Oh well. It's time to swing for the fences.
It's always time to swing for the fences.
Yeah, at this point, that's pretty much all that's left. Don't take my guy. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I was going to take Woody Marks anyways. Let's see about this. B-Dog. Got Genty with the 8th. What to do in the 2nd if these guys are there, Bucky, Achane, or Ladd?
I'm still going Achane. I'll go double here RB if I need to. I think Achane just – and now they're saying like he's trending towards playing in week 1. So I really think he's gonna be out there week 1. And I think if he's not out there week 1, he's gonna be out there week 2. Give me Achane here.
Yeah, you go Achane. We got him still highest. The cap issue is minor, not a big deal. So go Achane. What was this? Round 16. Okay. What do you think? Field and Love. Good enough. Let's stop at 2 QBs, right? I don't feel like I need a third quarterback.
Yeah, I would stop at 2 with them. I would have stopped at 2 QBs here, but I made the mistake of taking Cam Ward, who has the same bye week as
Joe Burrow. That's exactly what I did with Burrow and Ward, right? That same thing. I've done that I don't know how many times. I'm like, wow, I have Joe Burrow. I just need a high upside kind of line. Yeah, I know. Check the bye weeks. Rookie mistake, which keep making. All right, let's rate this team. This is Mashin' Taters. Sounds like a baseball name. Rate my team. Nix, Achane, Hubbard, McMillan, Moore, Njoku, Hampton, Travion, A kicker, A defense, the bench, Golden, Caleb, Myers, Rice. Oh, that's a nice bench.
Yeah, very nice bench. Achane, Chuba, that's solid. Wide receivers, McMillan, DJ Moore. A little risky there, but you got Njoku. That's nice. You got Hampton in the flex, I assume. Is that Hampton and Travion Henderson in the flex?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hold on, I'm on the clock here.
And this, more running back heavy. Of course, you could switch it up. Ideally, Jacoby Myers actually plays in week 1 and is happy, and you flex him instead of Henderson week 1. But overall, still, you're deep at receiver. If it's PPR, I think this is still pretty solid. Nix, Achane.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many teams this is, but it's a pretty solid team here. Pretty good team.
Yeah, well, that's a good point too. Deep. Assuming it's like a 12-man PPR, I think this is like a 8.25. It's funny. The closer we get to the actual season starting, the higher the running backs go, right? Always happens.
Yep. Always. Always, always.
Somehow Kareem Hunt is like still a thing. Trevor Etienne. By the way, did Trevor Etienne make the cut? I guess he did, right? He's on the roster.
Did he? That's good.
I still see him listed there.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not going to take him or anything, but just ask.
I like it. I liked him as a prospect. I didn't love the landing spot in Carolina because Chuba and Rico Dowdle, but they like him. They obviously like him.
Injuries always happen. All right, this team is full. Don't know if it's my favorite. Oh well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, this team is very interesting for me. I only went 6 wide receivers because, of course, I went very wide receiver heavy early. I went very early tight end. I drafted 2 QBs with the same bye, which I rarely ever do, almost never do. So now I have to take a third here. See who we get.
Yeah, and I didn't go like as heavy receiver, but I still only went 6. I don't know. All right. Question from Dark City. Pick one. RG Harvey, Waddle, or DeAndre Swift in half?
Is this like a draft question, like for the season, or is this for week 1? I mean, I might go Swift either way, honestly. Week 1 or the season.
Really interesting. Well, if you're asking for the season, I got Harvey higher. Typically, Waddle gets drafted first, so it's hard to just say pick one when you got different positions and not knowing the context here. But I mean, my
Who has the
favorite
best
here.
chance to be starting Week 10, Joe Flacco or Dylan Gabriel?
Wait, what? What about week 10?
Who has the best chance to be starting?
week 10? I don't honestly know if Dylan Gabriel has a good chance of starting any week, so I would say Flacco.
All right, I don't know if I took Flacco in time, honestly. I did. I got Flacco.
Yes, that's the perfect way to cap it off.
Never been so excited to have Joe Flacco.
All right, well, this one's done. Yeah, let's see the damage.
Let's see here. Where is it? The golden 2. There she is. All right. There it is. Look at that QB room. All because Cam Ward is the same bye. I messed up.
But now you really, really, really are going to own week 1 scoring.
Well, yeah.
Cleveland, it's Cincinnati. I mean, cannot. I don't think it's possible to have a better quarterback room than that, honestly. I mean, it's like leadership. If leadership were like a scoring category here, off the charts.
That is true. Unfortunately, it's not.
Not
all right, but here's my running backs. Because, of course, I did not take my first running back until pick 96.
But, it'll make sense when you see the receivers. Okay, so let's face it, a total, complete zero RB room. Dobbins going to get some run. Bill could be a league winner. I love Tank. I like Braylon Allen, Ford, Dowdle. All guys are going to get touches. Legitimately three of these guys, maybe 4, could be the lead back for their team, most of the season, if not all the season. So, I mean, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's got potential. It's obviously risky, but it's got potential.
And then, Chase Higgins, Ridley, Myers, Judy, Tillman. Not worried about Myers, Judy, and Tillman. Are you worried that you got basically out of your 6 receivers representing 4 teams,
though? I mean, maybe, but look. Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
That's what I thought was interesting.
It's a risky team for sure. It's a very risky team.
Yeah.
You only get one shot in this, so I'll bet you nobody else has a team like this. I'll say that.
Uniqueness is good. And you got Trey McBride. That also offsets when you got elite tight ends. If Joe Flacco is a quarterback all season, and I actually am being kind of serious there, because if they go to anybody else, okay, well, so you're kind of banking on Flacco airing it out a lot of the season. But
I just need Flacco to be starting week 10. That's it. Just start week 10.
All right. There we go. I went Fields and Love. And
all that.
It's fine. It's pretty typical. Okay, so my RB room is interesting. What do you think?
It started off well, and then what? I mean, then we got rookie, handcuff.
Because after Caleb, my RB3, where I pick 83, I didn't make another running back pick for 100 picks.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, look, you only need 2. You only need 2 a week.
Yeah. So I like my receivers. I don't know if I love them enough to offset the running back. So Sun God, London, Wilson, Pearsall, Reed, and Leggett.
Yeah, I like your wide receivers too. I think I would have liked one more wide receiver in here. Especially Reed, Reed with that foot injury. We don't know his timeline or anything.
Right. And then the tight ends, they're tight ends.
They are tight ends. I don't mind.
I think I like my tight ends best of all. I think that's like my favorite position in this draft. It's not a good sign, is it? All right. Well, there you go. I'll make sure I didn't miss any of the super chest. No, okay.
Hold on, Braxton wants us to do his. He was in this draft. He finally got in the draft with us. I think said he is. Come on, Skip. Let's look at his team real quick.
All right, let's see it.
All right, Mahomes Dart. That's pretty good.
Mahomes and Dart. Oh, all right. Got some faith in Jackson Dart. Chase Brown, Kyron Williams. Swift is the 3, Blue, Mixon. All right. Gibson.
Mixon at 151. I mean, I know he's missing at least 4 weeks, but I mean, if he comes back this year, that could be a great pick.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this. You got 3 really good, solid running backs and then 2 maybe steals.
I definitely like his running back room better than ours.
Yeah, it's definitely better than mine. I know that. You got Jefferson, nothing wrong with that. Williams went for Addison. See, I would say this if you're doing that anyways, right? Instead of relying on Jackson Dart as your backup, probably would have been better to snag McCarthy, but
Yep.
It's all right. Mahomes has a good season. You probably won't need him. Kirk, Allen, Dante Thornton, Coker, and Van Jefferson. You know, I actually thought I should probably have at least 1 share of Van Jefferson this season.
You actually thought that?
I swear to God, I was walking my dog yesterday and I was thinking of the Tennessee Titans depth chart. Actually, I know why. It's because I was kind of, again, like shedding an imaginary tear over Xavier Restrepo getting cut. And I was like, man, that sucks. So Restrepo, and so I was thinking, okay, so who did the Titans keep at receiver? They got Ridley, they have Ayo Minor, they drafted, the DK they drafted, Lockett's there. And then I was like, who else? I was like, oh yeah, Van Jefferson. And I'm like, okay, well, if Van Jefferson's going to be starting flanker, you know, like maybe I should just have him like once in an underdog draft. And then I forgot.
Oh, I can tell you quite literally, I've never thought about it this year. Maybe I'll regret it. Wide receivers here are just kind of like okay for me. Like I like Jefferson, JMO, Addison, Kirk. Yeah, but you have strong running backs. I mean, but you have upside here at least, right? Like Thornton, Coker, there's upside at least.
Well, for best ball, those are the type of receivers to get. The Cokers, the Thorntons. Right. Yeah, that's a good pick. You know, Van Jefferson. There's no way I could have just made that story up. I'm telling you, this is exactly what I was thinking yesterday. Because the Hurricanes play Notre Dame this week, and I'm thinking of the Canes who are in the NFL, and then I was like, man, Restrepo didn't make it. Why didn't Restrepo make it? But you got Njoku from the U. Good pick there. All right. You know what? That's exactly right. Restrepo and a lot of these guys who just got cut will be stars in the UFL. They're going to go off.
Yes.
All right.
I hope so.
Well, there you go. Anthony says he'll be traveling. I know Philip said that too. It's Labor Day weekend. I know a lot of you guys will be traveling. We're still going to do a stream tomorrow. And then the weekend, it might be a little light. You know, Saturday's our actual day off. And then we'll see. I'll definitely be back after that on Monday. But we'll be back tomorrow. So y'all got time before you start your trips. Then join us. Make sure you got your subscription, your notifications on. Don't forget the thumbs up on the way out every single time. It always helps, even if you're in here every single night. And Boomer and anybody else who hasn't done a Draftline League, go ahead and check it out, draftlane.com/play. Check out the leagues that are still open. All right, guys. Thank you all. We'll see you next time.